Welcome guys to the 8th tutorial, and this is the second part of the tutorial where I'm working on the quiz fragment. So without a further ado, let's get into it. And here we would need and load question, these two methods, and because once this loads, we there should be the buttons should be displayed here, right? So what we'll be doing here is, in enable options, we will enable set visibility, view visible, and yeah, these are visible, and also set enabled true. So these buttons are set to true, and also what we need is the next button is invisible, because this is only visible once the user has selected an answer or the time is up. And next button is also not enabled, so it's false. And in load question, we will just name it a question number, question text, set text, question number, and here what we will do is question to answer to get question number minus get question. Let's test this real quick if what we have written here is working so far, because this is really important that this method is one of the essential methods of this uh, whole quiz app. So yeah, let's just be a little patient. So let's just yeah, so this is showing us perfectly the question number, and the options are enabled. And once I can add a little bit space here so it can look better. So now if you reload the quiz, there will be a different question, and that is thanks to our random method that we have created with the help of math. This is helping us to display the display the questions randomly. Okay, so option A, set text, question to answer, the list, and minus get option A. So we'll be setting these into this method B, C, B, C, and let me just log it out. This is annoying. And let's go and check our app. So you see there is a different question. If you go back, take it again, there is a different question. And okay, so moving on, what we have done is, this is now option A, option B, option C, but we have enabled it, and we have also added the text to it. So going back, the boolean has to be can true, and current question is equal to question number, and here we will be making the timer work also. So let's just create this timer method, and meanwhile the app has loaded. So once again, let's see the options. So it is showing us the options. Going back, options are being displayed, and we will work on the progress bar and so many other things also. So long time to answer. So this is in millisecond, but we are converting it to the seconds, and this is simple math. Question to answer, get question number minus. So whatever the time that is given to each question, get timer. That is why we had created timer fields in Firestore. So you can be specific. If this is like 5 seconds, then it will calculate it accordingly. But for me, all the questions have one time, so time to answer to string. And if you so what we'll do here is progress bar, set visibility is visible, and countdown timer, the object that we had created, is equal to countdown timer. These are two methods, and this is taking time to answer multiply by 1000, and this is the interval 10 seconds. And in here, while it's ticking, question progress text is set to whatever the calculation is coming out. Since it's a long value, so we are adding these two semicolons. Long percent divided by time to answer is multiplied by 10 seconds, and progress bar set progress is going to be percent dot init value. And what if the counter has finished? Then what should happen? So the can answer becomes false. We will use the can answer. Right now we are just setting the framework for it, and answer feedback text is time up user. And if you want to color it, then we can color it to text color, get resources, get color, r.color.red. Okay, and if the time is up, that means the user hasn't answered the question, and we'll take missed answer actually, because the time has gone by and your user has not answered the question. So where is that method? Yeah, here. So if the answer is left, missed answer is incremented, and show next button after the timer is up. So we'll just create this method, and I will run the app just to see the time. and let's continue working on our app. Actually, one thing I forgot is here you have to count down timer start. Once again, let's click the app. Okay, the app is running. So let's go in here, take quiz. So right now there is some error and it had crashed. Attempt to invoke. Yeah, I think we would be working with it in the future. So progress bar was never initialized, I guess. Quiz progress bar. Maybe this is the one, and let's just restart it. But meanwhile, let's continue working. Okay, so in onClick, let's create some cases to handle clicks on our case RID. If option A is the case, verify answer, selected answer, break. So we are creating these cases. We're passing our button in here. Case, another case, and another case. B, C, and this is for the next button. So this is going to be different, and let's create this method. So verify answer is checking. So here we are going to use our boolean. If can answer is true, selected button, set text color, get resources, get color, color dot white, and theme is null. Now yeah, we have to annotate it, and if question to answer the list, get current question number, get answer, equals to selected button, get text. So if you remember, I was telling you that the text of the button and the text in the answer field has to match, and this is what we are doing. This is the list. This is the question number -1, because the list starts from 0. So with the random math method, we are analyzing that what is the question. So this is helping us to find the correct question number. In that question number, the answer is it equal to the text that is on the button? That's all. If it's true, then selected button, set background, I think it's just leave it here for now. Feedback text, set text, answer is correct, and the feedback text color has to be white if it's correct, and else, and also here we will increment correct answer, and else if it's not the case, then answer text and color we can change it. Wrong answer is incremented and incorrect. Okay, and the color of that feedback text can be red. Okay, now after this is done, you cannot answer anymore. If you have chosen the right or wrong answer after the button has been pressed, you cannot choose that will be, the buttons will be not be able to work again. Show next button again, and in show next button we have to check same thing. If current question is equals to total number of questions, means if you have reached the end of the quiz, completed the quiz, because if you have not, then you should go to the next question. If you have, then you should go to the result page. Next button set text is going to be go to result, else, or otherwise just answer feedback text, set text, set visibility is invisible because you have completed the quiz. Next question is visible because you have to go to the next question and you haven't reached at the end of the quiz, and the button is also enabled. So I will explain again. So once you did the right or wrong answer, you can see that answer is right or wrong, and then you can also see the next button, and then you can also see whether you are going to the next question. And at the same time, what you have to do is, if you have reached the end of the quiz that you have answered correct or wrong and this is the last question, then you have to go to the result fragment. So this is pretty much done, and we'll be working on some more methods. Now let's go and add an annotation here. So what if you are pressing on next? What is happening? Here you will check same thing. If current question is total question to answer, current question number, same thing. Then submit the result. This is the new Firestore method we will create in this. Not if this is not the case, then current question is incremented and load question, because we had a question and that had a question number, and once we click next, the question number is incremented and that question number is passed in here. So once we go back to our load question method, here it is getting a new number to show it with the new question. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll be doing, and also once the new question opens, we want to reset the options that we had enabled in the first place. So what were the options that we had enabled once the new question started? Visible, 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 all these. So we'll be working on reversing that. So feedback text is set visibility view invisible. Next question button is set text set visibility invisible, and next question set enabled is invisible is false. So once you select the answer, the button changes its colors. Right now it is going to be, if I show you, empty. So if I click on, right now it will not work because I haven't synced, so it will fill with the color. But once you go to the next question, then it has to appear like this, empty, right? So we have to work on the background. Set background, get resources, get drawable. All these files that I am working with are available in GitHub, so kindly download and comment. And the text is going to be white anyway. I'm not really working with the text, so yeah, let's just copy paste this. And we need to add an annotation again here, and here we will need annotation also, but it's here already. Okay, so now what we have to do is check this if it's working so far, and then we will be coming here. So I'll just, meanwhile the uploads, we can work on this. So hash map, new hash map, Firestore, correct. We are adding this result into the Firebase. I have named it wrong. So let's just go and replace this. And hash map put. Okay, so Firebase Firestore collection quiz list document quiz ID collection questions, sorry, results. Is initialized. So what we'll do here is we'll add a little bit of an authentication that only if the user is signed in then it should work, but obviously there is no way in navigation that the user can directly access this page unless he or she is logged in, but we need a user ID. So to get that I would be using this. If user is not null, then current user ID is equals to user dot get UID, else go back to home fragment, but that will not happen, guys. Okay, so we have got the current user ID, and now what we will be doing is set hash map. Hash sounds like a hashish, so now we are pushing, like we are setting a data. Before we were adding the data in the Firestore hard-codedly, but now we have done it like this. Add on complete listener. And I think hopefully by this our data is set in the Firebase once the quiz is complete. So let's just run the app and see if this new collection is has been made in the Firebase or not. And yeah, so I'll open it at the right, and like let's just wait for our app to come up. It will take a while for it to come because we have made quite a lot of changes. So app is here, let's go in here. So let's just keep the first answer as I would not answer it. Okay, time up loser. Next button is visible. Next. Biden. So the click is not working. Okay, so we need something else to make sure that it is going to work. Can answer. Let's see. Let me find the error. That why is the click is not working? So maybe we need to go to C, option A, option B, view on click listener. Let me check another button if that works. Okay, the button works, but label options. So for some reason, quiz next button is what? This is okay, but it is not working for now. If can answer question to get uh, maybe I forgot to type can answer is somewhere. Can answer has to be true somewhere, so I didn't like maybe wrote it. Yeah, here it is true, and here it is false again. Maybe in this one can answer has to be true. Let's try. So this is not working here for now. Let's just reset that. Let's just delete that. And I'll find an error. So guys, I have found the bug is that whenever only our option A button was working, and the reason is that we are passing option A, option A, option A here. So we have to pass option B, option C in order for it to work. And now if we see, then it shows us the it will definitely show us the it will make it a clickable one because we were passing the wrong parameter. So if I take this quiz now, so it has started. Next, if I correct, if I choose the third option, so third option is it is not option C. Option C is still not working. To rerun the app maybe. But yeah, the problem is here where we have passed the verify. Let's just try again. Yes, so it is only option A is working for here, and maybe the ID is wrong or what. Option A, B, C, and option. Okay, yeah, here also is a mistake. The click listener is only listening to the we're only listening to the changes of one button. So here ABC has to come. That is the problem when you give identical names. That problem is solved, but I'm just going to give it a background color, get resources, get drawable, maybe get primary. Let's see if this works, and the issue that we were facing earlier should have been fixed. And I have also added some kind of like feedback, like if we can fill the button once it's clicked. So the app is loaded, and let's take the quiz. And now all the so you see this is working, and no answer can be chosen once you have chosen one. Incorrect. So this is incorrect, that is why there is no color. Always whenever there is a correct answer there will be a color. And next, and Pakistan, so that means go to result now. Not anymore what do you call, no no next button. So if I click on this once, the submit result methods triggers, and where we have created this for Firebase. And if I come here, the result that I have here. If I maximize it, the results, and in here I can see the result. So if there is something else that is maybe just two things, maybe I can add a little more color to, if the answer is, let's try this, maybe it will work. Yeah, just trying to see if I can give another color to the button once it's pressed. So the next tutorial we will be working on the result fragment, where we just have to display the results, and then that wouldn't take so much time. Japan is incorrect. So yeah, I think it is only showing me the color primary, even I have set different colors, and this has to do something with the drawable. And now most of the answer I have taken incorrect, and if I come in here, then 4 wrong and 1 correct. So this is updating real time. And if I can explain a little bit of the structure of this, is if I can just go back quiz result, because this is really important. And in the submit results we have created a method. I will quiz result, quiz result, quiz id, quiz id. In that collection is results, result is sorted with the user id, and you can verify it in authentication, that if you come in here to see the user id of the user. So this is the user id v4c something and v4c. So here are the results. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. Sorry this was a bit long, and we will be working on the results fragment in the next tutorial. See you in the next one.